Hi fellas, this is Schematics again to the solution. Welcome back to another video tutorial. So fellas, I'm really appreciating the fact that you are here to watch another video tutorial. So let's get started. The question says, today we're gonna solve this question, okay? So the question says, this question is about the kinetics of the reaction between bromoethene and aqueous hydroxide, okay? So bromoethene and aqueous hydroxide ions. The result of an experiment to find the initial rate of the reaction are shown in the table below. So this is the concentration. So this means the concentration of bromoethene. This is the concentration of hydroxide, and this is the initial rate. Okay. Here is the rate equation given for this reaction. Okay, this is the particular rate equation for this reaction. Okay, so this is the rate equation. So before solving this problem, so let us have a look at the definition of some important term that we're gonna use in this solution. Okay, so here, as we all know, rate, it is simply the change. It is the simply the change of concentration per unit time. It is the change of concentration per unit time. Okay? So what is meant by rate equation? It is an equation where it shows that the rate is directly proportional to product of concentration of reactants, where each reactants raised to appropriate powers. So what does that mean? So here is the rate equation of a particular reaction. Okay, so here are the products. Here are the reactants. Okay, where A and B are reactants. Since it is since rate is directly proportional to the products of concentration of reactants, particularly reactants. Okay, not products. Product means multiplication. It is multiplied. So product of concentration of reactants. So particular reactants. So here A and B are both reactants. Okay. So here, as you can see, that A is concentration of A. This means the concentration of A raised to particular power, appropriate power M, and here this is the concentration of B raised to particular power N. So here is the product multiplied. We have multiplied these both things together. Okay. Now let us get familiar of this symbol over here. K, where K is the rate constant. This is concentration of A. This is concentration of B. This is concentration of A raised to appropriate power M. This concentration of B raised to appropriate power N. Okay, so what does this particular M power M and N means? So let us see. Okay, so this particular, all right, so this particular M and this particular N is order. Okay, order of the reactant in that particular reaction. So where M is order of A and N is order of B. Okay, so it is necessary to mention that A and B are reactants. Okay, A and B are both reactants. So order of a reactant, it is the number of particles. It is the number of particles. So it is the number of particles of a particular reactant. It is the number of particles of a particular reactant which are involved up to and including the rate determining step. Okay, so it is the number of particles of a particular reactant which are involved up to and including the rate determining step. Okay, so this is the definition for order of reactant. Now let us look at what is meant by the rate determining step. So what is meant by rate determining step? Rate determining step simply means the slowest step in a multi-step mechanism, RDS. As you all know that a reaction can be carried out in one step, or a reaction can be carried out in many steps. Okay, so a reaction might have one step mechanism or multi-step mechanisms. So the slowest of all these steps is called the rate determining step. Okay, so now let us get back to the solution. So here the rate is given for this particular reaction between bromethane and hydroxide ion. Okay, this is the rate equation given. So now they have asked us to find the rate constant. Okay, this is called the rate constant. So they have asked us to find the value of k, where k is the rate constant. Give your answer to three significant figures and units. So you need to mention your answer with three significant figures and include units. As you can see that the total mark for this question is 3. Okay, so one for the significant figures you will get 1 mark, and for including in units you will get 1 mark, and other 1 mark is for method. For method you will gain 1 mark. Method another 1 mark is for method. Okay, not 2 marks. Say really sorry for that. Okay, for method you will achieve 1 mark. So in total you will achieve 3 marks. Okay, now let's solve. So here in here the initial rate is 1.54 into 10 to the power -6. So it is wise to mention the units in here. Okay, so it is okay to use the units in here in order to get the unit for constant. Okay, so this would increase this would make the calculation easier, and this would help us to find the units. Okay, so let us mention the unit for each one. So this is the initial rate, so we're gonna mention the unit for initial rate. Mole per dm cube per second. Here k, here the concentration for bromethane is 0.1 mole per dm cube, and the concentration for hydroxide is 0.15 mole per dm cube. Okay, so if you have calculated, you will get something like this. 0 point, let us bring this part in here. Let us do a little bit of algebra over here. Okay, 0.1 sorry 0.015 0.015 k 0.015 k mole per dm cube square. So we have bring this in here, as you all know. So this is cube. Okay, this is 1.154 into 10 to the power -6 mole per dm cube per second. So as you can see that we can make k the subject. Okay, so if we make k the subject, you will get something like this: 1.154 into 10 to the power -6 divided by 0.015. So here let us also write the unit for this. Should be mole per dm cube per second, and in here we have mole per dm cube whole square. So let us cancel this out with this one. So ultimately we will get something like this, which is 1.03 into 10 to the power minus 4. So this is, so if we move this whole part to the top, we will get per mole. This is in mole. So if we bring this upward, so if we reciprocal this whole thing, we will get per mole dm cube per second. So this is the unit for, this is the unit for K, and we have written the three seeking figures, and we have also include the correct unit for this. So this is how it's done. So we have, now let us check the answer. Okay, so let us check the question. Sorry, I mean the question. Let us check the question. Do we fulfill the conditions of this question? So first they have asked us to give answer. Okay, so for answer we have carry out the method. So for method we have achieved 1 mark. That's good. Then we have written the answer to three seeking figures over here. That's good. We have achieved 2 marks, and we have, and finally we have include the units at last. So we have achieved 3 marks in total. So most of the students lose marks over here for the for not mentioning the significant figures correctly, and for not mentioning the units correctly, or they don't even mention the units. They forget to mention the units. So that's why they didn't say, so they don't achieve, full marks. They get partial marks for that. Okay, so I hope that fellas, these you get these things here. I can make your concept clear over here. So if you have any question regarding this topic, so please leave a comment below. Okay, so now we are proceeding to the next question. Yeah, so they want us to calculate the initial rate, the calculate the initial rate if the concentrations of both reactants were changed to what? Yeah, both reactants changed to this. So they want us to find the initial rate. So first things first. So from here we have came to know the what? Rate constant, value of the rate constant. So let us first write the rate constant over here. Rate constant, da 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 da. So we have written the rate constant, and here we have the rate equation. So for bromoethane, the order of bromoethane is 1. So this should be 0.02 multiplied by the order of hydroxide. Since the order of hydroxide is 1, so this should be the value should be 0.02. Okay, so if we carry out the calculation, so we will get the initial rate as 4.11 into 10 to, this is 10 to the power minus 8 mole. Can you tell me the unit? Yes, you guessed it right. Yeah, you're correct. Mole per dm cube per second. Excellent, you have achieved 1 mark. So if you have missed the what unit, then you won't get this full mark. Okay, and if you have also missed the value, you won't able to achieve the full mark. Okay, so you need to mention the correct value and as well as the correct unit. Okay, you need to give the correct value and as well as you need to give the correct unit. So I hope that you have understood, fellas. So now let us move on to the next question. Okay, so if you have any question regarding this topic, please let me know in the comment section. Okay, so now let us move on to the next question. They asked us to find the order of the reaction. Okay, state the order of the reaction. So once again, let us move on to the rate equation. Okay, so what does this particular order of reaction means? This, they have asked us to find the overall order. Okay, overall order of the reaction. Order of reaction. So what if they have asked about what order of a particular reactant, order of bromoethene in this reaction, or order of hydroxide in this reaction of this particular hydroxide reaction, hydroxide in order of this particular hydroxide in this reaction? Well, they will mention in this question. Okay, so they will say partial order, partial of bromoethene, state the partial or state the partial order of bromoethene, state the partial order of hydroxide. The answer should be like that. Okay, so in here we are sure that they have asked us to find the overall order. So we will mention the overall order, not the partial order. Okay, so that is how we are assured that they have asked us to find the overall order of the reaction. Okay, so if they want us to find the partial order, they will mention in the question, just like that. State the partial order of this, state the partial order of that, just like that. In here, they have asked us to find overall order. Okay, order of the reaction means overall order. That's it. So let us again examine this thing. So the partial order of bromoethene is 1 in here, and partial order of hydroxide is 1. So how we have came to know about the order of bromoethene is 1 and order of hydroxide is 1? That's because here we just like the power, suppose a to the power 1 means a, b to the power 1 means b, as you all know from algebra. Okay, so same as algebra, same as algebra. So here it is also the same as algebra, so we will do the same as algebra. So here the partial order would be the same as algebra. Here we will add the power together to get 2. So the overall order of this reaction is 2. Okay, just we have carried out the algebra thing over here, just simple algebra. That's it. Okay, done. So we have answered this question. So in here, so if you have any confusion regarding this thing, okay, so let me know in the comment section. Okay, I'm pleading you to ask question. Okay, fellas, I'm begging you to ask question. I'm begging, I'm really begging. Okay, please give me question instead of giving money. Ha ha ha. Okay, the well, let us move on to the next question. The mechanism for this reaction can be inferred to the rate equation. Okay, we can derive the mechanism of this particular reaction from the rate equation. Okay, so draw the transition state. Oops, sorry, burping a lot. Sorry. So draw the transition state formed in the reaction between bromoethene and hydroxide ions. Okay, so as you all know from the previous year, okay, previous course, that this is the reaction between bromoethene and hydroxide. Okay, so in here since the overall order is 2, so the mechanism, there should be 2 particles should be present in the mechanism. Okay, up to the RDS step. According to the definition, It is the number of particles of a particular reactant which are involved up to and including the rate determining step. Rate determining step, it is the slowest step in a multi-step mechanism. So the overall order of reaction means that there are two particles. The overall order of reaction of this reaction is 2, which means that the overall order of this reaction is 2, which means that, which implies that there should be two particles present up to the RDS step. Okay, that means there should be two particles present in this RDS step. Okay, so now let us write the structure for bromoethene, which is CBr. Okay, del minus del plus, del plus minus, plus minus. Okay, then which is C H of H3. Then there should be no hand. Then this should be H and this should be H. Aha, H trigonal. Okay. So in here, uh, suppose it is required to mention that this is the RDS step. Okay. Well, by the way, this mechanism should be SN2 mechanism. SN2 mechanism, bimolecular mechanism. Okay, bimolecular mechanism. So this is SN2 mechanism. So there should be, since this is SN2 mechanism, there should be two particles present in the RDS step. So here is the hydroxide step. Hydroxide, which is a nucleophile. This is the nucleophilic addition mechanism. Okay, here the bonds break heterologically. Okay, and the hydroxide comes here in, and here we will get the transition state. Okay, they want us to find the transition state. Well, for your understanding, for your better understanding, I am doing the whole mechanism for you fellas. Okay, so give me the feedback for this thing. So this is H, this is H, H, and this is H3C, H3C. Can't even write properly. Very bad, fellas. I'm really bad. I'm regretting for this whole thing in my life. Okay, this is transition state. How was my French accent? Transition state. Okay, so this is the transition state. Oh, forget to mention about the bromine thing over here. So here the bromine is breaking bond and hydroxide is making bond. So this is how should be the transition state, and here you should mention the negative thing. So otherwise, if you have forget to mention about the negative thing, so you might lose mark. Okay, so let me make this clear. Oh, I can rub this. Rubby. Let me do it in much more clearer so that you can understand. Here is the negative sign, and here you have the mechanism for this reaction. Here, do I miss anything? Did I miss anything? Let me see. Is there any correct? Is it correct? Well, let us see. Well, this breaks heterolytically. The bond breaks heterolytically. Here the bonds is made heterolytically. Fine. Here we have the nucleophile with negative sign. Electron shown. Fine. Here we have three bonds with 3C, then HH, then RDS. Okay, this is RDS, and in here. Okay. So since you can see that this is since two particles are involved in the RDS, so this should be SN2 mechanism, and the overall order for this reaction is 2. Since the overall order of this reaction is 2, so this is SN2 mechanism as well as a nucleophilic addition mechanism, nucleophilic substitution mechanism. Sorry, nucleophilic substitution mechanism. Particularly, this is nucleophilic substitution mechanism, and two particles are involved in the RDS step. Okay, this step is the RDS, and this is how it goes. Well, fellas, the video is quite lengthy, so I don't want to waste no more time. So this is the end for this tutorial. So fellas, I have more solution like this in my I have more similar solutions like this, and I will put the link to those episodes, to those lessons at the end of this video tutorial. Okay, so if you want to check them out, I'm gonna put at the end of the video tutorial. You may check them out. Okay, so bye fellas, best of luck. Peace with chemistry. Peace with chemistry. Peace with chemistry.